The colors are to guide you overall. Don't try to fully stick to them. Make some adjustments here and there. Don't be afraid of adjustments. Welcome back, everybody. In this episode, we are going to add some mountains to our island. And for that, I'm going to land and to my brush. One thing I did was I made the maps and colored them later. But in time, I noticed that there's actually something better I can do and an easier way to color the maps, an easier way to finish the maps, which is using the colors in starting from the beginning to plan the map. So even if I am not going to have colors on the map, I can always remove those colors. But if I use those colors as a planning tool, I can speed up my process of making maps. So right now, you're going to see how this works. I'm going to show it to you by picking two colors. I recommend to start with one mountain range and see how creating a realistic looking mountain range works. And when we extend this map, spoiler, we are going to also extend this map. We are going to add more mountain ranges, and that will teach us how the overall composition of having multiple mountain ranges can work. Stepping small by small for every step of mapping process. And I'm going to begin with the light brown color right now to locate where my mountain range on that island is going to be. Even if you have multiple mountain ranges, the idea is the same. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to go like this. So you see, instead of trying to go randomly with mountains, I can just plan it and place the mountains later on. So maybe something like this could be nice, right? But remember the secret step, trash it. I didn't like it, I'm trashing it. Maybe we can split the whole island right from the beginning, right from the center. Could be nice, but this would probably be better if I want to have two different biomes, two different climates, or some variety on the island. But do I want that? Not really, because I don't want to have so much details on this island. So maybe I can start from here and keep it like this. Simple. Could work. Let's see what else we can do. So I'm thinking, because we don't want so much detail on the island, and that means we don't want to separate the climates, I'm thinking we should add just a little mountain range here. And for that, maybe we can start from here and keep it like this, maybe. Or maybe from here, just this. Could work. Or maybe we can just separate it right from the middle. And please let me know, how would you separate this island? Where would you have your mountain range? And when you're starting to make your own maps, tag me on Instagram, share your precious practices, your precious maps with me. I can check them, comment them, help you if you're stuck with anything. So I think I'm going to go with separating the island from here. Just like this. Yes. And the second thing I do is when I have the overall outline for my mountain range, I use this darker color. You can also reverse it, like you can find first where the dark one goes, which represents the bigger or the higher mountains. So I'm gonna go with placing a higher mountain range right here. And that's it. This already tells me what I need to do. I'm going to my mountains, picking up my mountain assets. These are the big ones. And in terms of sizing, this would be the biggest asset on default Wonderdraft. I don't want it to be this big. Maybe something like this could work, right? And I'm now reducing it down. So right now, what I can do is I can add these mountains, these 3 mountains here, or maybe even 2 actually. Because you see, when you have smaller scales, you have less chance to reflect details. And I don't want to go, a warning to you right now, with very small assets. Yes, I can potentially fully follow this range, but then it wouldn't match with my second goal. When we first started making the island, I said I want this to be simple and I want this to be a small region. That means if I go with very small mountains, I'm suddenly ending up with a bigger scale. Technically speaking, a smaller scale in terms of cartography terms, but I'm gonna end up with a bigger area and I will end up adding too much more details and I'm gonna get lost and the whole point is lost. So therefore, remember whatever your first intention is, stick with it, or change. If you're going to change it completely, be ready for all the adjustments. And for that, this all goes to say, I'm going to use the mountain brick, and I'm not going to try to fully reflect what I planned here, because it would end up with not aligning with my first intention to make this map. So this is gonna be my other tip for you. The colors are to guide you overall. Don't try to fully stick to them. Make some adjustments here and there. Don't be afraid of adjustments, guys. Like, we are learning, and we shouldn't be anytime at all scared to change things. Maybe not this mountain. Maybe, okay, let's go with this mountain. And because the assets are sample colorable, some of them are sometimes picking the colors here. Now the next step, I'm gonna add smaller mountains, following up my colors. More here, and a mountain here, and a mountain here, and maybe one more mountain right here. I can follow up them with some hills, which is another option you can do, or I can just add hills here and there now to make this range look more realistic and more natural. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. This one. Plan with the colors, start with big mountains, and this also allows you to make more realistic looking ranges, especially when the range is very long. It also gives you some idea about the overall elevation of the map, the heights of different zones, and then you continue with similar mountains and you finish with hills to polish the range and make it look natural. And you don't have to add those hills everywhere. Sometimes it can be on one side of the mountain, sometimes it can be both, or sometimes here, a bit here and a bit there. Tweak those also, don't stick with only one thing. So right now this is what I am gonna stick with. I think I'm happy with the overall look here. Maybe one more slight adjustment here. And this is going to be my mountain range. I can just go back and remove the colors from the ground, remove the colors from the mountains. And even if I don't want to color the map, coloring helped me to plan it. One final recommendation I can do is to spend time checking the actual mountain ranges in the world. See how long they reach, how the arms go around, like how some part is more hilled, or how the overall distribution is, how are the colors changing on different sides of the mountains, how high they go, how low they go, how they match with coastlines. So these kind of things, study and check. Remember, now the intention is to learn, but the more you progress, the more you should learn. And when you move to the world map, you will be more capable of making good looking maps, not because you practiced how to use the assets, but you also studied your geography, you also studied scientific backgrounds to make better maps. So that's it for this video, guys. This is my overall practical steps to make mountains, and on the next video we will continue with adding rivers and lakes. So thank you for watching all this way, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.